Okay, hello there. The video is finally here. Um, um, I'm going to go through this number here. It is from it's a UNEB sample paper. This one here. So this is the number that is loading. This is the paper. Some of you would have seen the paper already, but you could also try the item number 1 that was in that paper. So in this tutorial, I want to talk about item 1 from this paper. Actually, this paper had 2 items. That is one item, and this is the second item. So the video for the second item is yet to be done, but the video for the first item is here. Okay, now this is the paper ICT, paper 2, 2024. It's a sample paper from UNEB. 2 hours 30 minutes, and the paper consists of 2 items. Answer both items in this paper, and you're provided with a support folder and a CD, etc. Now for this paper we are doing it comes with support folders, and the support folders are right here. I'm having them on this computer here. S4 ICT 2 practical examination 2024. This is the support folder. It's having some files you may want, some passport photos you may want. Actually, the passport photos are going to apply in this number I'm going to do, and the endangered animals just applies in the other item 2, etc. So before doing this question, you need these support folders. If you have them, better. If you don't, then you need them. You could contact me, then you get them. Okay, now this is the paper. This is item 1. Now in items, unlike the previous numbers that were done in practicals that have been straight, now here it's really a challenge ahead of you, and you need to solve it practically using a computer. Okay, now this is the challenge. Item 1. Your father has been given a job as the new director of studies of Chikube Modern PS Primary School located in Chikube district. He has encountered a major challenge about the manual report card system, where teachers manually make report cards with their hands, of which the exercise takes around 2 weeks to end. With this system, the teachers have a lot of errors they make during computation of results and the filling in of marks in the report card. This leads to tearing of a lot of report cards where mistakes have been made, hence wasting school resources and time. Okay, now for any student that is attempting this item, you see the challenge is already ahead. Now the challenge is your father is the DOS in a certain school, and report card making is a problem. And that's the challenge already. Okay, I continue. On the report card, the school has a policy of indicating bursary schemes depending on the student's performance, as students whose total is below 200 are given bursary. Students actually are not given bursary. Then students whose total is between 350 and 200 are given a bursary, and students whose total is above 340 are given full bursary. Okay, now that's just something additional that could appear on your report card. It's about bursaries, and it's an if function that can compute these bursaries, the if function in Excel. Okay, I continue. The school also has a policy of indicating promotional status for the P6 students to be promoted to P7 after meeting a certain mark, as students whose average is above 50 are promoted to P7, and students whose average is below 50 are to repeat P6. And I think, again, that is the if function. You see, people are not straight. It's just up to a learner to identify what to be used. For example, this statement here, this one, it calls for the if function because you're trying to promote students and you're basing on average. That is automatically the if function. Okay, then your father would love you help to have a computerized reporting system to quicken report making process and have a nice looking report card with student photos, subject marks, subject grade, subject comment, total, average, class teacher's comment, and the teacher's comment, all being automatically generated. The word is automatically generated. They want you to use formulas or functions to compute all these. Your father has drafted how the report will look like, template in the support file. Good. Now here we make use of the support file. There is a file called report cards. They're telling you your father already has a template on how a report card can look like. It's already in the support folder. We shall see that. And he has also captured the marks in a spreadsheet system. The marks are called Chikube Modern PS P6 Marks End of Term 3 2023 XLS. That's an extension for Excel, this one. So it's just an Excel file and it's in the support folder. He has also put students passport photos, that is student passport photos folder. So those are the files they're directing you to, and they are located in the support folder. Now, unlike the past years where support folders were only used by S6, they can now be used by S4 in a practical exam. So S4 learners need to know how to use the various support folders that are provided in an exam. Okay, now this is the task. Help your father by using support files provided. A, to compute marks and necessary data in the spreadsheet system. This is so wide. They want you to compute marks and necessary data in the spreadsheet system. They have talked of you computing total, average. These ones are all comments. I talked of them. Even these ones are all comments. Actually, this has already been done by me. I'll just be taking you through how I've done those functions. And B, join data in spreadsheet system data with that of report card file to generate automatic report cards for all students. Okay. Now, even the second task is so tricky. It called a learner to use mail merging. Now, mail merging is when you join data in spreadsheet to the data in Word. Yes. So the learner should also have the mail merging technique in order to do this number here. Then hints. Okay, what you can follow. Additional information. Create your own scale and comments for generating class teacher and head teacher's comments. So they want you to generate a class teacher and head teacher's comments using your own scale. It's not provided here, but they want you to use your own scale to generate class teacher and head teacher's comments. Now, the next one is photos have been named based on the student number of each child. The photos are going to be uploaded based on a number. Photo 1, student 1. Photo 2, student 2, etc. And lastly, the grading scale for the subject marks have been indicated in the report card in the support files. The grading scale for the subject marks have been indicated in the report card in the support files. Okay, the way they want you to grade the various subjects, it's indicated in the report card. Okay, now I was using this folder. Here to do the question, and if I open my Excel, now this is the Excel I was trying to do. Actually, it's already done, but for the learners who don't know how to use support folders, I'll just show you this quickly. So if I'm in an exam like this, I'm doing item 1, of course you create your own folder. I'm just right clicking, then I go to new, I select folder, you put your name. For example, I could put mine, Marvin Kosuzi. Okay, then maybe a personal number. Okay, then I just open this folder, and then you see I want to use, now according to this question, of course I'm supposed to load this folder called Chikuve Modern PS. You get, so I need to load this folder in my folder I'm using for the exam, because this folder is the one I'm going to use to calculate. You get, even this one here, report cards, I need to load it. This is a Word document because of this extension .docx. It's a Word document, and it's just a Word document that's above 2007. It's having this X. It's above 2007, 2010, 2013, 2016, up to the latest. 2024. So I need to load this file and this file, and I'm creating a folder, and I just want to show those who may not be able to load the files. Or now it's done. Now this is the folder, and maybe I want to load from this support folder. So the Chikube file is already here, so I just right click at it and then I make a copy of it. I don't cut, I just make a copy of it, then I take it to my folder. I can right click and paste, so it's already in my folder. Maybe if the question wants you to rename it, you can right click at it before you even open it and rename it. Maybe loaded sheet P6 maybe. And same applies to the report file. Just open your support folder you want, right click, copy, close the support folder, go to the folder you're using for the exam, right click, then paste. You already have it in your folder. That's how you can load it, and it's having information you need within it. So if I right click at it, I can maybe name it report cards loaded. Okay, report cards loaded. Now that's just a glimpse on how we can load support folders. Anyway, let me go to mine. I had already done mine. I'm using this folder, UNEB O-Level Practical Sample Paper. So if I open Chikube Modern PS P6 Max EOT 3 2023 changed. Now I just loaded mine, and I'm not saying it was looking like this. Now in the support folder, if I go back to the support folder of UNEB, the one that was provided for the sample paper, this one, Chikube. Now this is the original. The original was looking like this. Original only had the name, gender, house, stream, and the few scores. But if you are keen enough in the questions that were provided, if you're keen enough, they wanted us to grade, to comment in at each and every subject, to provide a total. There are many: average, total, position, class teachers' comments. There are many. They go up to promotional status, next term phase. Yes, and they were giving us on the various hints on how to do these things. For example, let me first close the rig and I go back to this one. So you don't mind about how this one looks like. This I was just formatting. I was just calculating and making a few formatting features like colors. Anyway, I'll first go through the grades. Now these are the grades. Okay. Now according to the grades, I started with SST. Actually, I can use a word processor here to display the functions properly. I can use a word processor here. Okay. Now this is a word processor. I'm opening, and I'm opening it to display the various functions I used. Okay. Now this question was mostly rotating around the if function. The grading in SST here, the grading in math here, the grading in science here, and the grading in English here. They are all rotating around the if function. So if a learner knew how to use the if function, then things would be smooth. Unlike a learner who can't use the if function in Excel. Now I'll start with SST. If I display how SST is done, then it means you can rewind, pause within the tutorial, then you comment on the other subjects if you're trying it with me here. So this is what I used in SST. If I highlight this and then I copy it, let me first copy it to Word. I give it a better size. Okay, then I paste. Okay, now I was just using the if function, and if you had lessons about the if function, this is how it works. Okay, now if I started with equals, if F2 was just the mark. F2 was the first mark in SST. That's why I'm typing equals if F2 is above or equal to 80, comma. So it works like that. I'm starting with 80 because it's the highest. Maybe it's what I want. But some other people can start with the lowest. But I think for this case, highest could be better. Equals if, open bracket, f2 is equal to 80, actually is greater or equal to 80, comma, in quotes. So this is tricky in the if function. The way we use these quotes, learner A does this, learner B does this. You see, learner A does this. Those are two different symbols. 1, 2. Learner B does this. One symbol. So learner B is right. We use quotes. They're just two. You get? It's not this 1, 2, but it is this. Shift, and then that key, it's on the right of letter L, depending on your keyboard type. Shift, then that key on the right of letter L. You jump one key, then that other key on the right. If F2 is greater or equal to 80, comma, what happens? In quotes, they get a D1. So if a learner is able to do this, only this in the if function, only this, it means the rest of the argument is going to be easy to the learner because it's how it's moving. If equals if, open brackets, F2 is above or equal to 80, comma, in quotes, D1. Second argument, comma. If F2, remember I said F2 is the first mark in SST. Remember you're grading SST, that's why I'm using F2. It's the first mark having the SST score. Okay, if F2 is above or equal to 75, comma, in quotes, D2. Remember I talked of these, should be very careful with those. Comma, if F2 is above or equal to 66, comma, in quotes, C3. So what we should know is the if function is always going to move like this, comma, if, open quotes, maybe I'm grading F2, if F2 is above or equal to, this is an example, 90, it's going to move like that. If actually equals if, open brackets, F2 is above or equal to 90, comma, what happens in quotes? Maybe past. You close quotes. So it's going to move like that. If you're going to the second argument, you put a comma, you proceed to the second argument. But if I'm only using one argument, I can close. But if I'm proceeding to the second argument, I repeat, if, open brackets, F2 is less than maybe 50, comma, what happens in quotes? Maybe failed. Close. Then I close the bracket 2 times. You close the bracket 2 times in this second argument because I've opened it 2 times here and here. I've opened the bracket 2 times. That's why I'm closing here 2 times. Oh, I've used the if 2 times. That's why I'm closing 2 times. Anyway, let me get back to this one. So I went from 66, I went to 60, etc. If F2 is above or equal to 50, comma, C6. Anyway, you don't have to cram all this. What you should just know is how the if function is going to move lines. It's only the trick with the if function. Okay, now that's how the if function was moving. That's how it was moving. If I try to explain it to you. Okay, now this is it, and you see that I'm closing the brackets how many times? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I've closed it 9 times because I've typed, I think, 9 ifs. Or I've opened the brackets 9 times. That's why I'm closing it 9 times. Now that was the same criteria that was used in all subjects. Now what was changing is only the cell name. Now for SST it was F2 because this mark for SST is in F2. For math it is I2. You see, if I2 is above or equal to 80, comma D1. And this one for science, I think it was L2. If L2, but the rest of the argument is the same. And this one for science was O2. Okay, but the rest of the argument remains the same. Okay, I proceed to the comments. Now the comments, the subject comments, I think in the question it was generating an individual comment. Let me first get back to the paper. Subject comment, this was the bursary, this was promotional status, class teachers comments. Anyway, yes, now for subject comments, it went back to someone's creativity. Having graded and you have the subject score, you could generate a comment, maybe a subject teacher. An example, again, I can use math. If I click at math, the comment, it is automatic. Remember in the question they said generate automatic comments. They should be automatic. I think it was here. All being automatically generated. All these things being automatically generated. It means you should use a function to generate all these automatically. So if I click at this, if I click at improve here, you see this was just generated by use of another if function. If I2 is the mark, maybe I'm a subject teacher of math and I'm commenting on math. If I2 is above 70, in quotes, good performance, keep it up. If I2 is above or equal to 50, what happens? Fairly done, comma. If I2 is less than 50, what happens? Improve. Yes. Now what you should do when you're watching this video is please pause and see the various functions that appear here, so that you can also use them at your computer to do what I'm doing here. Make sure that you pause and then you write it down. For example, if I click here, this function is up here in the formula bar. You can pause and copy it down. You also try it. Now this one is the science comment. Again, you can pause and try to copy it down. This one is the English comment. Pause, do it again. Okay, this one is total. Total is quite easy. This one is a formula used to do total. So you pause again, then you do it. This is average. You pause, do it. Position, pause, do it. Okay. Now this is the class teacher's comment. It is right here in the formula bar, and it also takes someone's creativity. Now items, they may not call you to do something that is really unique, actually something that is really matching with your colleague's work, because in the question they were even clear here at head, I think head teacher's comment. They said that they want us to do this here at the hint. Create your own scale and comments for generating class teacher and the teacher's comments. So it takes someone's creativity to generate these comments. No one has provided you with what you're going to use for the comment. It can take someone's creativity. That's why if I click at mine here, maybe I use this one. If R2 is the total. I was even basing on total to give a learner a comment. If R2 is above, actually is above 350, disciplined learner with good results. But again, if R2 is above or equal to 200, you can do better. If R2 is less than 200, follow class teacher's advice for the best. Yes, that's just creativity. And for promotional status, I think this was given in the paper. Here they guided us on the promotion status, I think. Yes, here they guided us. I think based on average, that's above 50, something like that. And it's what I used. If S2 is above or equal to 50, promoted to primary 7. If S2 is less than 50, promoted to primary. Actually, repeat primary 7. I made a mistake here. It's supposed to be repeat primary 6. Okay. yes, at least 2 people would repeat the P6 class. Now the next term fees, I generated the fees to be paid. Maybe fees to be paid is 1 million. I typed it here. These are just colors. It's just I feel a color. Even this one of full bursary, I was just feeling. Before I go to even colors, this bursary, I think we're also guided on what to do with the bursaries. If I check here, we're guided here for the bursaries. For example, if a learner is having a total below 200, they're not given a bursary, etc, etc. It's what I was following here. So if I click here, like I said, and in the formula bar you see the function, you pause, write it down, then you try it. It's going to work for you. Okay, that is the bursary with the learners. These ones are just colors, please. They may not be necessarily a challenge. Or just maybe here, if someone is having improve, I click at them, I go to a fill color, I give them a fill color. It's just that, nothing big. Now here, it's just wrapping. I highlighted a row up to where my work stops. You don't do this. You don't click at this. You just highlight. If you click at this, it means you've really highlighted the entire row. So you're supposed to end at where your work stops. I think I'm clear there. You only highlight your work. You only highlight the first row. Then merging is right here. Just highlight by use of the white cross. Highlight, then click at merge cells or merge and center. It can actually not merge. Sorry there. You wrap. It's called wrap. Okay. The final part of this is actually, I saw it as the very most important part of the paper, the last part. A learner should be able to combine Excel to Word so that all students get different report cards that are suiting their performance. Okay. Now, using an example of mine here, this is mine. I've already done all the spreadsheet. Maybe if you've also done all, the better. If you've not yet completed, it's better you complete the spreadsheet, and then we go to the next level. So if I open the support folder, here there is report cards. I right click, copy, take it to my folder, then I just paste. Right click, paste. I can decide to rename it, maybe report cards generated. I just want it to have a different name as compared to the other support file. Okay, if I open this, if I open the report card, it's going to be looking like this. It is what they were talking of here in the question that I think it was around here. It was around here. Okay, your father has drafted how the report will look like in brackets template in the support file. Your father has already drafted on how the report is going to look like, and you already have Excel. You've done a lot of calculations in Excel, and the only task you have is to combine Excel and Word so that you can generate different report cards to the learners. I already have Excel, and I've already loaded the report. Let me close this. I no longer need the if function. Okay, and now this is the report my father needs. Okay, this is the report. So I'm going to merge straight away, and merging is going to take me some steps. Merging is going to take me some steps because it's a very important process here. So I'm going to merge the word processor and the Excel processor, actually the Excel program. Okay, now let the merging begin. I'm going to merge. I was getting a power stop. So I'm going to merge straight away. Having done Excel, like I said, after doing Excel, it means that you only remain with merging. Now don't go to merging minus you completing Excel. Now this was my Excel here. I can even go back to my Excel, then I display this again, because in the question, student is required to do almost all calculations that are needed in Excel so that you have a complete report card for a learner after merging. So you should have all these calculations. This is the grade for SST. Like I said, pause when I click at a certain function. This is a grade for SST. This is a grade for math. Pause, copy this down. This is a grade for science. Pause, copy it down. Okay, this is a comment. Okay, I think I jumped a comment for SST. Pause, write it down. Comment for math. Pause, write it down. Grade for science. Pause, write it down. Grade for, actually, comment for science. Pause, write it down. Grade for English. Pause, write it down. English comment, do the same. Total, average, position, tails, class teachers comment, head teachers comment, they're all appearing up here when I click at a certain cell. Then promotion status, okay. Bursaries, okay. Now that was it with Excel. If I close this, then I go to the report cards. I think I was here. Now the issue with report card is a learner should know how to merge in word processors, and the learner should know how to calculate in Excel. So the entire paper was rotating around that, using if function mostly in Excel, and mail merge mostly in Word. Okay, so if I start the process, now this is a very important part of merging. There is this step of merging, and then there is start mail merge, then step by step wizard. Now this step of merging is only going to help you with letters, envelopes, etc. that do not have calculated fields. Yes, that is how it works. So it is not recommended for us to use this step of mail merging, the one of step by step, because it is not going to help you merge calculated fields. Remember, in our Excel, we have merged calculated fields. Actually, in our Excel, we've done calculated fields, and we can't merge them using this step. Now, the step that is going to help us is the step of first copying the Excel data to Word. So we are going to use this step of there's this other step of merging that is not this one. Anyway, before I go to that, let us first convert the Excel work to Word so that we can merge successfully. The other step of merging is not going to help us here. So we need to highlight all the work in Excel. Okay. Sorry. Right click, copy. First push this down, then you can create a new Word document in your folder. Let me rename it file to generate reports, and I open this file to generate reports. It's right here. Right click, paste. Remember, I was copying the other Excel work, and then I'm putting it in Word. Now this is the Excel work. You don't mind about the appearance of the work. You don't mind about that. I can just give it a layout, then I give it orientation, landscape. Okay, it's right here. It should be going to landscape. It's just, I think it's freezing a little bit. Okay, it's now here. You don't mind about the look of the work, because of course if you look at this Excel work, it is a huge, it's on a huge sheet, and I can't compare the size of a sheet to the size of a paper. So that's why it's looking like that. You don't mind about the look of your work. I repeat that. I just close this and then I save. I go back to the report cards to be generated automatically. Okay. Now it's just the template. Now in the end, I should have 10 report cards, because I think I have 10 students. So I should have 10 different report cards of learners. Okay? Yes. Now let me start the steps of merging. I go to mailings, then I click at select recipients. I don't use this step, like I said, because this step only helps you in connecting Excel to Word and without fields that have been calculated. But this one is going to help you with fields that have been calculated. So I'm going to click at select recipients, and I go to use existing list. Okay, and the existing list is in desktop. Then I think my work is here, UNEB O level. Then I think it's this file to generate report cards, the one I've just used to convert Excel to Word. I really need this. Open. Okay, it's opening it, and here we are. It has already connected it. Hope so. Okay, now to see that it has connected it, whenever we are merging, we mind about where we are putting a field we want. For example, student number. I click at student number, then I click at insert merge fields. It has already connected it because it's giving me the headings I had in Excel. Remember, these are the headings I had in Excel. I'm going to just put them here. Student number, student number. I can delete the full stops. I can delete the full stops. Next fee, next term fees. Click at insert merge field. Look for next term fees. It's right here. What next? Name of student. Name of student. Name. Okay. Then sex. Sex. Gender. House. Primary 6 already sorted. They're all in primary 6. Stream. I think we had stream. It's here. Term sorted. Year sorted. It's matching all the learners. Total here. Average is right here. Position is right here. You should be careful when doing this, because you need to put a field where it goes. If you make any mistake, it could have, for example, if I put average here instead of position, all learners are going to have average at position, which is wrong. And then English, click at English, put the English mark. I think English mark is here, represented as English. Then the grade of course is represented like at the bottom of English, grade 3. Comment, English comment, straight. Chap, math, grade for math, under math, grade 1, comment, math, comment. Science, grade 2, under science comment, right there. Chap. SST, then SST grade and SST comment. Okay. We proceed to let me delete the full stops. I'm deleting these full stops because I want the report card to be on one page. Yes, it's better. Sat class teacher's comment is right here. Signature, that could be done manually. Head teacher's comment. Promotion status, we have that also. Promotion status, okay. I think that's it. The signatures can be uploaded manually or they can be scanned. Someone can sign on a paper, then it can be scanned. In this case, it could be uploaded manually. Okay, I think that's it. So if I click at this, finish and merge, then edit in the video documents, I go to all, then okay. Okay, wow, this is a very good feature in word processor. So nice. Now, the first learner is Akiro Joy, sex, female, house, lion, stream east, etc. Average is there, total here, position there, marks here, comment here. Good. It's a good feature. Now this one is Otim, number 2, number 3, Mukasam. Okay, etc. They're supposed to be, I think, 10 because even in the Excel file there are 10. See, I think it goes up to Kansime. We shall see whether Kansime makes number 10 when we are inserting passport photos. Now this is how it's done, and like I said, actually I forgot the next term fees. The student who has full bursary and the next term fees is supposed to be 0. I think the student is okay, this one, Lucinda Bob, next term fees 0. They got a full bursary and the comments are all nice. Keep it up. Disciplined learner, promoted to P7. The comments are all good, the grades are good. Okay, now this is it with the report cards. Now if I'm uploading the photos as the very last part, we're told that photos, actually before I go to photos, this happens in merging. Your machine could probably create another Word document like mine. It's already creating another Word document. Don't delete this. It's important. When you're closing and it is tempting you to save, please save. Okay, now these are the passport photos. They were given to us from the support folders. They are here. Like this is number 1. Student number 1, if I copy this, I take it to the report card here. I think this is Akelo Joy. Delete this, highlight this, right click, paste. Akelo Joy, where are you? Here. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, Otim Bruce, passport. Otim, where are you? Copy, yes, Mr. Otim. Highlight, move this, right click, paste Otim. Okay, Otim has issues with English and science. Mukasa Grace, number 3. Mukasa is right here. Copy, right click, paste. Okay, Mukasa. Who else? Ngobi. Yes, Mr. Ngobi. Ngobi is here. Copy. Please avoid cutting. Don't cut a file from the support folder. Right click, paste. This is Ngobi. Ngobi has a big photo right there. Ngovi. Try to reduce the size. Okay, we go with that. Who else? Nairuba Jen, female. I've not had any female so far. She's number, I think number 5. Okay, this is female. Jen, female learner. Pest. Okay, Jen. Good trial. Positions number 3. Good. Jen, who else? I didn't read the name. This one is Nzikuru Annette. Yes, Annette. Right click, copy. Annette. Actually, some people decide to even delete this text box. If you delete it, then you try to put a photo. It works, but again, it could call for a lot of resizing, sending to back, wrap text, then behind text. You can shift the image around here. But anyway, I could not go with that. I liked it the other way of putting it in the box. But if you're okay with the way of deleting the box, then it's okay. You can do it like that. Jen. Okay, this is Jen. Next up, after Jen, it's Mukasa Grace. Another Mukasa Grace. There were 2 in the class. Okay, Mukasa Grace. This one is female. And the report card for Mukasa Grace, yes, it's indicating female. Yeah, it's correct. Mukasa Grace, right click, paste. Try to reduce, Ctrl Z. Try to reduce the size of the picture to fit in. Okay, Mukasa Grace. Okay, I'm heading to one of the last learners. This is a Jumbo Tina. Delete, right click, paste. Jumbo Tina. Okay, a Jumbo Tina, I think she was in the last position. Some improvement there. Lucinda Bob. I think Lucinda Bob took position number 1. The best learner in class. Number 9, Lucinda Bob. Nice passport photo there. So if I reduce the photo of Lucinda, the best learner. Okay. Thank you for being serious. And lastly, Kansime. Number 10, Kansime, copy, right click, paste. Good try, Kansime. Position number 4. Okay, this is Kansime. Now you may not need these report cards. I think they are generated unknowingly. You can decide to delete them. You can highlight all of them, then you delete them if you don't need them. Our report cards can end at Kansime because it's the last learner. There are supposed to be 10 here. 10. There are 10 students and they have all got report cards automatically generated. Okay. Now if I've been fast in any way in the tutorial, you can pause a bit and then see what I've been doing, more so in Excel, those different functions. But as of now, if a learner was able to do that, that was required in item 1. That is it, because in the end it's a report card generated automatically from Excel to Word with passport photos and all computations made. You see, now that is it. And if you're closing your work, like I said, after merging, if it is tempting you to save, you save. Like here, it could even push you to this interface. Click at desktop, look for your folder. I think mine is this. Okay, Chikube Modern. I think these are the generated report cards. Chikube Modern P. I can even rename it. generated. I click save. Okay, I then close this. If it is tempting you, save. I close, I think it's the passport photos. This was the paper, and that's it with that number of UNEB. Video finally done. It is item 1 of that sample paper. Thank you for watching. Please keep on subscribing. More videos to come about these items. Pause a bit if I'm hurrying. Write the functions down and all will be well. Okay, thanks for your view. A nice time.